Breaking news this evening. I mean, for a baseball news-starved nation like us, there's been basically nothing going on until about 2 hours before we jumped on this podcast. Breaking news broke that Ken Rosenthal has been relieved of his duties at the Major League Baseball network. I
Hmm.
would rank Ken Rosenthal at least in the top 3 of most respectable and
Yeah,
respected reporters across the industry. He
definitely.
has spent 13 years with the MLB network, which happened to have started 13 years ago. So he's been there the entire time. He's also a great reporter with The Athletic. You see him every Saturday game on Fox because he's part of Fox Sports. So he runs the gamut. But apparently, MLB Network no longer needs his services. There is some immediate speculation, and I don't know how this can be confirmed or if it will be confirmed, that he was let go because of his criticisms of Rob Manfred in the past over
What?
the handling of the COVID situation, the shortened 60 game season. There was definitely a spat, a quarrel at some point at which Ken Rosenthal was quietly suspended for 3 months in the summer of 2020, which I didn't realize. I don't remember talking about it. Maybe we
I
did.
don't recall it even being announced.
I think it was quietly pushed under the rug because we were in the middle of a goddamn global pandemic and it was easy and there was, no baseball going on. So it was easy to just say there's no reason to see Ken Rosenthal on the MLB network because there's nothing going on. So I don't know what months he was, but apparently he was on a paid leave of absence with MLB Network in the summer of 2020. So that's I think where that speculation is coming from. And he's just been honest about the situation. Rob Manfred has basically fucked up this situation since he took over as well. I will call him the owner's lawyer. I will not refer to him as generally accepted job title, but he is the owner's lawyer. Which he's doing a fine job. But if he has other duties beyond that, he has failed at every single one of them. And Ken Rosenthal, I think, has done a fantastic job of pointing that out. It's weird. I guess it shouldn't be too surprising. I guess that the owner, the runner, the guy that basically runs MLB didn't want somebody talking shit about him on his own network, and so now he's run the most respected reporter off of his network. So we shouldn't be surprised, I guess. I don't know. Were you shocked when you saw the news breaking this evening?
Well, I was at first shocked without any context in the article on why he would have been let go. Yeah, I was like, why would anyone fire Ken Rosenthal?
Yeah.
Um, and hearing that it had to do with Rob Manfred, my surprise immediately changed to, well, of course, and disgust set in. Because honestly, like if you're running a baseball network, whether it has the MLB logo on it or not, it should be freedom of speech. You have to take the good with the bad, and it should be run as a separate entity, which we find in most organizations that's probably really not the case. I don't know if you ever spent any time on another major sport, but the NFL network, I don't think
Yeah.
they ever even. I don't think I've ever heard Robert Goodell's name mentioned like once on there, and it's never. And if it has been no hard hitting journalism or
No.
anything like that. So I guess no one should be shocked that that has occurred, especially with we basically nerd alert here, but we basically consider Manfred Palpatine in his role at the moment, and it is literally like you said, he's the owner's lawyer, which is not the best interest of baseball,
No.
but of course he has his best interests in mind, and Ken Rosenthal sees it like everyone else sees it and calls it like he sees it because that's his job.
Yeah.
That's why you pay him.
He got
You
removed for doing his job, as
yeah,
many
you
have put it.
Right. You pay him to report on your business. And if you're doing something wrong in your business, or let me say it another way. If you're doing something that deserves to be scrutinized in your
Yeah.
business, you have to be thick enough to be able to take the lumps. And you should be happy it's occurring on your own network.
I think that's what surprised me the most is that Rob Manfred's skin is that thin, being a corporate lawyer for his whole career. Why? I guess maybe maybe the media, including us, I'm going to take some credit for this, are getting to him. I mean, everyone's piling on. The general consensus and the T-shirt you see everywhere is Rob Manfred hates baseball. That is now the consensus. So, if it might just be to the point where he can't take the pressure anymore, and especially within his own network, that someone with a respectable opinion doesn't like him or doesn't like what he's been doing. So, I mean, if anything, I would say Ken Rosenthal has the best interest of baseball in mind, far ahead of anything Rob Manfred does. So, I think there'll be more to this story since it did just break tonight. We'll learn more. I just listened to Ken Rosenthal's podcast this afternoon on The Athletic. It may have been recorded yesterday, but I don't know if he knew he was getting canned. This does coincide with the expiration of his contract. The way MLB Network is going to say this is they just decided not to renew his deal. So it wasn't that he was fired.
Right.
Which is
This
rather disingenuous for sure. But
that is a statement they basically released. Did you
Yeah.
see that statement? It's pretty much like, well, it's our job to keep the content fresh and
like,
have new faces appear on the network.
when was the last new face? Was that Billy Ripken or
yeah,
who the fuck
top
is new?
notch,
Yeah,
top notch, all-star Billy Ripken, not. So
yeah, I mean that we all know that's bullshit. You take away one of the most respected reporters, you're not helping the content of your network. You are merely helping the ego of your evil empire ruler. As we like to
the only way it could get worse is if his replacement is A-Rod. So that would be the only way to make the situation even worse.
Oh my God, yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, that's a horrific.
You may hear me scream all the way from here. Like, did I just hear Pete scream?
Well,